Good afternoon, YouTube, and I'm also going to load this up to Facebook, so good afternoon to you also. Maybe a different time zone where you're watching this from. But anyway, I'm standing in front of what is going to be the Airbnb, and the apartments, the fourplex in the back is done. The Airbnb's done. There's still things we're working on outside, but everything's done on the inside. So the Airbnb's ready to go. The fourplex is ready to go. So I'm going to kind of walk you around a little bit. This is going to be for the people that's looking at the fourplex, kind of what you can expect here. So coming up in front of the Airbnb, little magnolia tree. We've got all this landscaped. I like magnolia trees, so I put a magnolia tree out front. I thought that'd be pretty. We're not going in the Airbnb. If you want to see the Airbnb, you're welcome to come here Saturday, September the 9th. We're having our open house from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and anybody is welcome. I know my wife is, she's ordered a couple bouncy houses that's going to be out here. So if you're in the community or wherever and you got a couple kids you want to bring by and let them bounce on the bouncy houses, you're welcome. We're just opening this up to the community. Christy and I like Auburn. My wife was raised here. So we're very proud of this piece of property. She and I are, and we've tried to put a lot into it and a lot of thought into it. And after the open house this weekend, I'll show you the inside of the Airbnb, but not today. But I did a little extra landscaping here just to dress this up, put a little dwarf magnolia there in the center. But I wanted this to be, as people are coming into the fourplex and they come by here, this is a nice presentation. David is up there staining the fence that we've put around the dumpster, so that's going to be hid there. There's not going to be those trash cans. I'm going to provide a dumpster for the trash on the property here, because what I noticed happened before when the trash cans, sometimes they didn't make it to the road, and then trash was running over back here, or they made it to the road and they would turn over and trash was out in the road, or the cans would get left out at the road and not brought back up and they were out in the street. And so we're not going to do that. We're going to have a dumpster here for this piece of property. On the side of the fourplex here, just had a little lattice fence to hide the HVAC systems. Across the front here, this was my wife. She's had a lot of input into this to do these stoops. And then there's a young lady here that built a house, and she had shown a picture of her house, and she had these stoops on her house. And I called her and asked her if I'd come take a picture of it, and she let me, and so I did. And the Amish, they made the stoops there. We're going to put shutters across the top up here. We just hadn't gotten to that yet, but those are going up. Coming around to the other side, just did a little riprap bank here. And then to tell you about these HVAC systems, we went with these Mitsubishi mini splits, and I'll tell you more about that when we get inside, but these are highly efficient units right here. And I'll tell you more when we get inside. Logan Telephone, their drop line is here. And that is going to be the internet for these units here, is going to be Logan Telephone. I'm not going to let a cable company come in. I'm not putting satellites in. If you want internet, there is the drop line. All you got to do is call them and go out and get your Wi-Fi box or whatever, and they'll put it in your unit. But you can stream your TV and have your Wi-Fi like that. I just don't want cables run everywhere and holes drilled in, everywhere in my unit. And I work well with Logan Telephone, so and the guy that does the installation there, so that's is what's going to be here, is only Logan Telephone. So let's go in. Each unit has a keypad. When a person leases, they'll give me a code and I'll punch it in that, put it in for you. Walking into the living room, you've got like a coat closet. And this is the living room. Half bath. The Amish built all of the vanities. They're all custom built vanities. My wife has done pretty much all of the picking out of everything that's gone in these. We've tried to do a little extra and make them look nice. You'll notice the doors, they're not just plain doors. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're just a a little fancier door, as you can see the doors. So coming on back, and then to come into the utility room, this is more on that HVAC system. I wanted a small compact unit to go in here. Now this unit, it is all electric, but this is an air handler. So those mini splits are pulling this, they're doing the cooling, this is just the air handling. And those mini splits are very efficient, and boy, they do a good job of cooling these units. Then it is a heat pump for the winter. But if the temperature falls below 10 degrees, it's got an emergency electrical coil in there that then will run if it's 10 degrees or below. Gas hot water heaters, because gas water heaters are more efficient. And the reason the unit is not gas is because a gas unit was so large, it was going to take up so much room in here, and this mini split was my best option. And I will tell you that went over my budget, some $5,000 or $6,000 to go with those mini split units, but these things are highly efficient. They are top-notch, first class. I don't normally provide washer and dryers, but because this space was so small, I went ahead and put washer and dryers in every unit. Amish built the custom cabinets for the laundry room, for the utility room, soft closed doors. Coming around, all of the closets upstairs, the pantries. There was a guy that lives in Logan that's a cabinet maker. He came in and made my shelving for me. The Amish built all of the kitchen cabinets. So this is owned by the, your refrigerator there, just a little small cabinet for a broom or whatnot, and a couple of shelves in that. All the doors are soft close. I wanted to put nice appliances in. And so I think we've done that. And you can see here, we've got large refrigerator, large freezer, your water, your ice, and controlling your temperature and everything is on the door there of that. My wife wanted a Lazy Susan. So there's Lazy Susans in the corners of all the cabinets like that. They're in each corner, Lazy Susans. All soft closed doors. My wife did a wonderful job with that. Nice stove, dishwasher, and then had these custom, the Amish did this, and underneath is the hood. LED lighting, got your fan, your filters. You can't even hardly hear it running. There it comes. There's high, it was on low. So we've tried to make them really nice. Tried to just really give somebody a nice home. And Christy and I are really proud of these. Let's go upstairs. I carpeted the steps just so they wouldn't be wood steps and be slick. And so we carpeted the steps. I guess like a linen closet, shelves, the cabinet maker made those. We come into, this will be the adult's bedroom. It's a little larger, it's got a larger closet. There again, the cabinet maker made the closets and the shelves. I put in a ladder system here that hooks over the windows, that if you needed to escape out a window, I put each unit, I put one of those ladder systems in there. This will be over in the children's room here. And then I have a long-time subscriber, it's been with me a long time on YouTube, and he suggested putting window locks on the windows so that they wouldn't raise, so child locks, so a child can't raise them, and fall out a window. So all the windows upstairs have got a child lock on those. There's the closet for the children's room right there. Go into the bathroom upstairs. So again, custom vanity. My wife, she picked out all of the stuff that goes in. Shower and tub unit. For you that might be looking at these places, just so you know, we will be out in and out of here like probably every other month, something like that, to check on the filters for the HVAC system, check on all of the smoke detectors that are throughout, make sure the batteries are up to par, they're working, and all of that, and just to make sure that everything in the unit is right. I have 2 full-time guys that work for me full-time, and you know, we're able to handle most any situation. If we're not, if it's what I consider an emergency situation, is electric, water, and HVAC. And I've got a good electrician, I got a plumber, good plumber, and I've got a great HVAC system guy. So we've got those bases covered anytime that comes up right there. Let's step outside. So going outside, you have got a little storage building here. And the only thing that I know of that's not completed yet is this here, is we are going to put, just in the end, shelving so that you're able to put things up there. But there is a storage building. It's got a plug-in electric in it, and it's got a light in it. I had water put outside behind each unit. Something my wife and I discussed that we wanted to do because we just thought it would be a nice little touch is we covered part of the porch and then give this part for sunlight and then this part so that you're up under the shade. I've got electricity out behind the building, behind the unit. I've got electricity in front of the unit outside. We're going to put up shutters across the back here just as well as in the front. I had a fence put all the way down because there is a nice subdivision back here. I wanted to give my people privacy and those people's privacy there. We just really tried to dress them up and to make them very nice. I just want to make a nice place for a nice, good family is what I'm looking for. But I want you to know, living here, that I'm going to be on this property pretty regularly. You'll see me here. I'll be out and about. Of course, I do mow them and take care of that property. But like I said, I'll be contacting you once a month or every other month and making sure that the air filters are clean, making sure smoke detectors are working, just checking on the property. And if that's something you don't like, then this won't be a place for you. I've got them priced at $1,200 per unit. I'm going to be strict with them. And so if that's not for you, then these are not for you. And coming this Saturday, September the 9th, is an open house from 10 to 3. I think I've already mentioned that. Anyone's welcome, even if you're not if you're in the community and want to come by and see what they look like. But if you're a person that's looking for a place to live and you think that this might be something for you, you are welcome. Come out this Saturday, let your kids bounce on the bouncy houses, and just have a good time. Y'all have a blessed day.